said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Canes will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Guys, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time four-star running back. He had a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Lopez to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The gun to give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Brown has it. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D-line, but David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Lofton. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Canes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Got his man quickly. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. Off play action on 1st down. Scrambling away. Throws to the wideout. Looking to get it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. He's going for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, North Carolina! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Setting up for the extra point and the tie.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Ball. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
One of the nice things about RPOs is that it's a slow-developing mesh between the QB and running back, and that allows these receivers time to get vertically downfield and work their routes. You saw it right there on that play.
Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
And that's a really good job by this defense because, remember, when the quarterback runs, now you got an extra blocker because he's not just handing it off and standing there, and they still did a good job at the point of attack, kind of strung it along and made him run out of bounds.
That's caught. It's Snow. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Miami! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he He's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Lopez to pass. Starts to scramble to the left. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nobody around as he makes the catch. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Rides to back and leaves it.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Going for it all. Touchdown, UNC! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Yeah, and that's... But it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field. And my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few. Second down coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. From the shotgun now. Here's an inside give. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. on fourth down, looking for the completion. Gets it out fast. He's going to be run out of bounds, and he needed a couple of more steps. They'll turn it over on downs. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Lopez wants to fire. Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
You know, that's one as a quarterback. When you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Tight end now in motion. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Pressure coming. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here comes the hurry up.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run and try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
And the Canes are threatening on first and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
And down here near the goal line, you've got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Brown. Using his legs to buy some time. And they save the touchdown, getting him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. I see a look of disappointment from this kicker, but that offense is happy. They'll stay out there and go for it. Fourth and goal from the 4. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And they've regained the lead. They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, Dave.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on fourth down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Lopez to pass. He's got him. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Because the QB anticipated that curl route so well, he got it to his receiver early against zone coverage. He had space to work with. After he caught the ball, he was able to make a guy miss and move the chains.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referee's signal for the 2-minute timeout. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot. He gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Lopez wants to fire. Picked off to stop the threat. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
The throw. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm. Finally throws his 1st incompletion of the game.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off. That's number 10.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live and die. I'm going to bring more defensive backs on the field so I can cover more of these speed guys that they have out there. Great job by the defensive back, breaking on the football, making the INT, making the DC look very smart.
They'll leave it with him. Running to Green. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space.
Next going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heel. And they take it in for 6 more points.
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ball game. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Johnson looking to throw. Finds his tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Catch in the middle, it's Brown. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Fires to the tight end. He was hoping to get that thing down the sideline. They get him out of bounds at the 37. The Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play, make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Quickly to the tight end. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on 2nd down. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
All right, that's a play that I'd like to see the quarterback just take off and run it himself. And I love his mindset. He's thinking to himself, I'm going to throw this. We're going to get this first down. I have a play, but sometimes you just got to know, man, at this point, I'm out here on the perimeter. It's just me and these defenders one-on-one. I've got to trust in my speed and my athleticism to go make this work.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. What a disappointment. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put total under and get this second half started. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. I imagine imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Picks up the first down. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. He'll keep it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Unloads to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
And that is elite 3rd down defense. First of all, you get him in 3rd and long, and then you look to the go-to guy. Jesse, I am committing my resources to him because I know he's a freak, and I know you as a quarterback, you're trying to find that dude.
Yeah, and it's hard, 3rd in California, to convert that. Doesn't matter how good your receiver is. And this dude's up.
There he goes. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Right back to the well. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line?
And the defense is doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Lopez to pass. They're setting up the screen. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the 1st down at the 34-yard line.
This is a top 25 offense in college football, and I like what they do. They can run the football on 3rd downs when they need to. They show you right there. They've got some balance to them. They really know who they are. They have a good identity, and that's why they've been so successful this season.
And the Tar Heels are flying down the field. Makes the catch. It's shipped. It's a seam one. Touchdown, North Carolina. Once he got some room, it was over.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. And the Canes want to move quickly.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
Off the play fake. Keeps looking downfield. Throws to the wideout. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football. I mean, you coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Hurricanes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Lopez wants to fire. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Yeah, taking the shot down the field, I love it. Offenses have to do that. A lot of times offenses get pretty conservative, but take deep shots down the field. Try to make those big plays. Trust your wide receivers and your big play guys to make those shots down the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking for his man. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. Got it, looking for the first down. At the 45 on his way. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He just slips and slides his way down to the 42.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking to throw on first down. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
And here comes the offense on second down. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Using the quick game. Turning it on. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The offense changing the play. Lopez to pass. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And the defense finally steps up, man. They've had a tough day down here near the goal line defending the pass. Like, he's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. Nice job on this play. Nice response. Try to get themselves back in the football game.
Trying to run it in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Third and goal for the offense.
Here we go.
It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18.
And it's nice to have those big tight ends down here in the red zone because they're such big targets, but they can block, or you just slip them out, find a little hole in the defense, feature them, throw it up, let them go get it. Nice job by the tight end with the catch and the touchdown.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Johnson wants to throw it. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He's going to run it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Hurricanes moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Breaks into the open. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. That's a good spot on the field to go for it. Really, everything to gain and not much to lose.
Yeah, and most coaches discuss or know pregame warm-ups how far their kickers can kick it. Do I have a boot to even consider this? But I think you want to stay aggressive regardless and go try to get extra points.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Lopez wants to fire. A little too much on that was just out of his reach.
Great job by the defense taking away the quarterback's primary target on that play and forcing the incompletion.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He might want another play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Tar Heels will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch around the 50. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Things have not gone the way they've planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage, they're going to the running backs and to the tight ends. Those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. The short hands, it's Lyle. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Canes want to crank the tempo. Johnson looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes. Almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead. Get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Unloads to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Lost to throw again. Looking down the middle. He caught it. And he was thinking 6, but that D knocks him down at the 2. 1st and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Touchdown, Canes! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be.
It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Inside the 40. The 30. He's at the 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick 2, as it were. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
This This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Throws for the tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. In a perfect world, quarterback hits his last step, turns the ball loose, receiver comes out of the break, ball's there. That's not what happened there.
Because this isn't a perfect world. Because we're going to put a defender on you, mess up that timing where it's not easy breezy, just like you're throwing on air. It's a nice job by the defense disrupting the timing.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. And you can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that one.
He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The give from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback now breaking the field. Touchdown, Miami! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the fourth. Coming down the stretch in the fourth, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. He'll pull it down and run. Looking for room at the 40. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stop. Tracks in the backfield. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. The Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Lopez to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Great play by the defense, forcing the incompletion. What do you do now if you're on offense? Game is tied. It's late. Do you have the confidence in your quarterback and your offense to convert this 4th and short and give yourself a chance to win this game now?
Going for it on 4th down late in a tie game. This is a huge play. He wants to change this route. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. There he goes. Gets away from one. Finds some space. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and say, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. Let's take a look at the highlights. Middle Tennessee is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Murfreesboro, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 7 over Ball State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the big fella. Works his way out to the 33-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds. He would love to have picked up the 1st down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Still on his feet at the 45. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Using his legs, it's Lyle. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Johnson wants to throw it. Buys a little extra time. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And this quarterback, man, you've seen him have some success, so you know he'll take off and run. The defense was ready, man. Nice job. This 2nd half, this is a critical part of it. Don't let him beat you with his feet.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Trying to get behind the defense. Touchdown, Hurricane! A great catch and run for 6.
And in this situation now, if you're on offense, what do? Do you kick the extra point, tie it, and hope for overtime? Or are you aggressive? Do you decide to go for 2 right here and see if you can take the lead with just seconds left in the game?
They want to see if they can score the deuce. Wants to pass. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. They put put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. They'll immediately call timeout. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Lopez wants to fire. Complete to the right. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. They'll run it from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Got it behind the line. It's Smothers. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. It'll all be decided right here, win or lose on this kick. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. This is the game-winning play. Win it or lose it on this field goal attempt. And it is good. Splits the uprights on the chip shot. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw 2 really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, 2 really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Paul.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. 2 ranked opponents evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this